Today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting decimals and how we can actually just use a hundreds grid to get our students involved. And so one of the things that I did was I took a 100 grid, I put it on 3 different sheets of paper, and we just cut them up. And so these wonderful strips here are tenths. And so you can see that this is a tenth, right? It's 1/10 of the 100 grid. And then what I did was we cut up these, and this is 1/100th of the 100 grid. And so this is 1/100th. And I would have the kids to do things like 12/100ths. And so they could do 12/100ths and show that. Maybe I would have them to do 24/100ths. And they would put that on there, and then they can even, because these are laminated, they could shade in that amount if we wanted them to. So you can do that. And again, like I said, this is just an open 100 grid. It's a blank 100 grid, so there we are. This is 24/100ths. So this is a tenth, right? This is 2/10ths, or it is 20/100ths, if you wanted to look at it that way. Then, so this is 10/100ths, 20/100ths, 21, 22, 23, 24/100ths. And so, and then I, of course, had the kids to write it. So they could literally just write it on here if they wanted to. And they could see, oh, I have to have a 0 because I don't have a hole. Now, if they have a hole, and I taught my kids to flip it over, so that they can see this one was a hole. And they could even write the 1 on there. So this would be 1 and, that would be my decimal, 24/100ths. And so then at this point, it would look like this. And so they would be able to do that. Now, if we were doing addition, I'll move that one out of the way. I'll take this one off. Here we go. Let's say that we're doing some addition. So this is 61/100ths. Really quickly, let's bring these on. And so now I've got 30/100ths, 40, 50, or 6/10ths. You can look at it that way. That TH on the end. Keep on, leave that off. And then this is 61. Now this other one says I got 2/10ths. So I can quickly add my 2/10ths on here. Right here. Here's my 2/10ths. Can I move these around? Absolutely I can. Slide this down right here. I'm at 81/100ths. And so they can start to see this being worked out and easily see the magnitude of that number. Now this one says I'm at 47/100ths. And so let's put 47 down here. You can also do these in 5s if you had some 5ness that you wanted to do. I did not do that. I would probably recommend that. So here's 47, as we're getting it fixed here. So there's 47/100ths. I'm adding 31/100ths. So again, adding this. So there's 20/100ths, and there's 30, and then I need a 1. Now, if I wanted to, I can just add this here. My students can still count around this. They can see this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 78/100ths. Does that make sense? Okay. So I got Alex sitting across from me, and he says, that makes sense. Looks good to me. Mm-hmm. And so the next one that we have here, we're starting to talk about how do we get that hole. I'm just going to go over that one real quick. So I'm pulling all of this off. And so it says I've got 58. So I'm going to pull on 50. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And now I've got 8. So very quickly, I'm going to put these down through here. I want to go actually put them here on the edge. 1, 2. So 58, because we're on this one. So I'm at 58 hundredths, and I'm adding 47. So let's go ahead and let's add our 40 hundredths. And now I need to add 7. Well, I know it takes 2 more to add this one. So there's 2, and I'm going to need an entire other one. I've covered up this entire board, right? Now, and I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. So I've got 1 and 5 hundredths, because remember, this is not covering up a full tenth. So now I have 1 and 5 hundredths. And so they will be able to see how that changes, because now these are tenths. In my tenth place, if I've got these on there, that's where I would have a tenth. But in this case, it's 5 hundredths, just the same as a nickel is out of a dollar. Thank you. Make sense?